Each year, Microsoft Research hosts hundreds of influential speakers from around the world, including leading scientists, renowned experts in technology, book authors, and leading academics, and makes videos of these lectures freely available.
Welcome to the 2014 Social Computing Symposium. And most of you at this point, if you haven't met me, you've at least got an inbox full of emails from me regarding all the various details of the event. We are delighted to have you here. For how many of you is this the first time you've been to this event? All right, so this is one of the really nice things about the event, is that this is not the same people every year saying the same things. And it means that almost everybody here is new to some piece of what we're going to be doing. When I talk to people who sort of ask who's going to be there, and I tell them there are a couple of things. First of all, we try to balance this event about half and half, people who are practitioners in industry and people who are in academia or research, but in almost every case, it's people who are living in the interstitial spaces between those. Almost nobody here fits neatly into one of those boxes, and that's not accidental. That's what we're looking for in terms of interplay. The other thing that we do is there's two basic requirements when we invite people here. The first is somebody on our organizing committee has to think that you're one of the most interesting, most intelligent people working in the space that you're in, which is awesome. Okay? Everybody here is smart and interesting. But the other piece in some ways is actually more important, which is we don't invite assholes. Okay, that's sort of a core requirement, and you can be particularly assured that anybody who's here for the second time or more has proven that we were not wrong in that assessment in some way. So, and by that I mean everybody here really is interested in hearing from other people. No matter how good they are at what they do, they're here because they want to learn stuff from other people. We do these talks, yeah, but the talks are really just the glue to get you all together and talking to each other and making connections. So there's going to be lots and lots of social time, lots of time to interact, to have conversations around the things that we hear. Everybody who's talking has been told you should not be talking for more than 10 minutes. I'm going to reiterate that now so that they can hear me say that, so that they all know that they're not supposed to be talking for more than 10 minutes, because none of us are good at that. And so we're going to try to keep that underway. We're going to do introductions this morning, but before we do that, I want to say thank you to some of the people. You see all the emails from me. You don't hear about all of the amazing work that people are doing to make it look like I'm doing all this work. So a lot of you met Sarah, who is out at the front desk. If there are logistical issues or things that don't seem to be working right, she's your go-to person. If you ask me, I'm just going to go ask her. So you're welcome to cut me out of that loop if it's helpful. There's Lily back there, who's our patron saint, without whom this event would not be happening. There's the whole list of people that you saw on the organizing committee. I'm not going to try to list them all off because I'm not going to remember them and then I'll embarrass myself with somebody, but we've got a great group of people who did the heavy lifting in terms of finding the people to talk on the various areas. We've got MSR Tech people here who are doing the recording. Now, when you checked in, you should have been asked to fill out a form, a release form on the recording. Please, please do that. We put all of these online. You may have noticed when you registered for the event that there was a link to the videos from past events. We keep this small so that people can have meaningful conversations and a sense of community while they're here, but we want these talks to be able to get out to other people. That said, almost every year we've got one or two people who say, I want to talk with this group, I don't really want that put up online. So for example, I did an audience choice talk a couple of years ago where I talked about homeschooling my kids, and I said I didn't want that that one put up online, not because I have a problem with what I'm talking about, but because I have teenage boys, and they really didn't want me talking about them on the internet, okay? I get that. So signing the release form does not mean we will automatically put up anything that you say or anything that you do. Even after the fact, if you go, oh, you know what, I shouldn't have said that, and I really wish it wasn't on camera, we can make sure that stuff doesn't go online. Just let us know. But it would help enormously, making my life easier and Sarah's life easier, if you could sign the form. That would help us a lot. So if you haven't done that already, do that a little later. There logistical things. There are restrooms down both of these hallways if you need that. We will be doing breakout sessions later, and I'll point out the various rooms that we'll be using for all of that. And now what we're going to do is our usual introductions thing, except I sent you an email. I know I sent you a lot of emails, so you may not remember all of them. But one of them said, come prepared to pitch a short talk, a 5-minute talk. And tonight at the Torch Club, we're going to do these audience choice talks. And so I'm going to pass this around, or actually, you've got one back there. Excellent. So we're actually going to start with Anil. And what I'd like you to do is just say who you are, where you're from, and then if you were going to talk to us for 5 minutes tonight, what would you talk about? I would encourage you all to have something available to write with. I did put Post-it notes and pens on the table, or you could use your computer. That you'll need the Post-it notes and pens for when you vote for your top 3. Actually, I'll give you 5. Top 5 that you would like to hear tonight. And then after all the introductions are done, I'll ask you to turn those in. We'll have Sarah and Stacy collate them, and by lunchtime, we'll let you know who's going to be talking before dinner tonight. Okay? So let's hand it to Anil, and we'll get started.
Hello. Hi, I'm Anil Dash. I work on ThinkUp, which launched last night. Yay. And, stand up? Oh, I can stand up.
Sorry.
Sure.
I did that.
I woke up like this. The thing I was thinking about talking about is ambitions and aspirations that I don't have anymore.
I'm Erin Shaw. I'm at Northwestern University in Communication Studies. And let's see, something I can talk about. I can talk about the Salvadoran Civil War in a small rural town there that I just hung out in for about 3 weeks. So.
I'm John Resig. I work at Khan Academy here in Brooklyn. I'm here in Brooklyn. They're in California. I could talk about either teaching middle schoolers computer programming, which is what I'm focusing on there, or using computer vision techniques to improve art history study, which is what I do as my hobby.
I'm about to talk in 5 minutes, so my head's there. I'm sorry.
But tell them who you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Golan Levin. Nice to see you all.
Hi, I'm Matt Metz. I work for Blinken Labs, a little company I started, and we make fun DIY stuff that you can use, like blinking lights. And I can talk about lots of things. I could talk about how to find people to work with in China.
Hi, I'm Amanda Williams. I co-founded a startup called Fabule Fabrications. We are currently making some weird little robot alien jellyfish lamps in Shenzhen. So my head has been entirely on the talk I'm supposed to give tomorrow about that. But I could probably do 5 minutes on what it's like transitioning from academia to hardware startup land.
I'm Larsa. I'm from Fuse Labs and Microsoft Research. I would love to get a conversation going around an area I'm not working in, but one I'm fascinated with, which is how social networking allows us to create trust relationships with strangers, which enable new businesses like Lyft, Airbnb, and kind of where that's going to head in the next 10 years.
Hi, my name is Molly Sauter. I'm a PhD student at McGill, and I can give a talk about knitting tiny animals for fun and sanity.
Hi, my name is Mark Latinero. I'm at the USC Annenberg School, and I'm going to be giving a talk in just a little bit on data and human rights.
Hi, I'm Clay Shirky. I teach here at ITP, and we're delighted to host this again. I am unfortunately leaving town tonight, so I wouldn't be able to do one, but I will be talking a little bit this afternoon anyway, so I wouldn't want to take the slot.
Hi, my name is Dimitri Williams. I'm a professor at USC. I also have a startup called Ninja Metrics, where we've just learned how to measure influence among people, not in a score, but in units. And I'd love to talk about what it means and what cool things you guys think we could do with it.
Hi, I'm Hillary Mason. I'm currently a data scientist in residence at Excel Partners. If you want to know what that means, you can ask me later. If I had to, something I'd love to talk about is I've been reading a lot of writing from the very early days of computer science as a field, and there was this sentiment at that time that the purpose of computing was to augment human cognition, and we've sort of lost that, and so that's something I would love to discuss.
I'm Gina An F. I'm at the University of Washington and Central European University in Budapest. And I could talk about why disruption is the wrong way to think about technology, looking at very old industries like healthcare and construction.
Hi, I'm Sylvia Lindner for UC Irvine and Fudan University in Shanghai. I'm actually talking tomorrow together with Amanda about how making meets manufacturing in China, and I could also talk about that later today, particularly about aspirations amongst Chinese DIY makers to move from made in China to created in China and what that means in practice. Where are we going next?
Oh my goodness. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Churchill. I'm at eBay. And we're going to be talking about shopping all afternoon, and I love to shop, so I can talk about that tonight as well, if you like, and give you some insights into some of the odder things that I have found during the day doing my job.
Hi, I'm Anne McLeod. I work in the New Devices group at Intel Corporation, and I'm a cultural anthropologist. And let's see, what could I talk about? There's a lot of different things. I could talk about the process of constantly remaking yourself as an anthropologist into new things.
Hello, I'm Steve. I'm a musician and professionally curious. And I'm talking this afternoon on a panel about the gratitude economy. And I could do a short talk on playing improvised music to rednecks.
Hi, my name's Lizzie Harrison, and I'm a fashion designer, and I'll be talking this afternoon in the social shopping session, but I can talk about fashion till the hay comes home, so if you want to hear more, then I'll talk more about that.
Hi, I'm Anne Light. I'm at Northumbria University. I work in the area of designing social contexts. I'm talking later about sharing and shopping. But this evening I could do I think it might be more of an interactive session than a talk about enrolling space and using drama with communities.
Hi, my name is Hugo Liu. I'm a taste researcher. I work at eBay Research with Elizabeth, and we research brands and the cycle of trendsetting. I'm talking later on today in the afternoon session about trendsetting and the psychology of trendsetting, and I can also do a 5-minute talk on minimum viable lifestyle.
So, hi there, Sebastian Dieting. I'm currently at Rochester Institute of Technology, and I'm a designer and researcher around all things playful. And I think today I could do a 5-minute talk about embarrassment, the role of embarrassment in play and how we can design in order so that public interactions are less embarrassing for people and you can actually engage them in playful things.
Hi, I'm Evan Selinger. I'm also at the Rochester Institute of Technology. I'm in philosophy. I do philosophy of technology and privacy. I could talk about a lot of things, but I do that too much, so I'm just going to be happy to listen to somebody else give a talk tonight.
Hi, my name is Andres Monroy from Microsoft Research, and
for talk, I was thinking maybe I could put you to sleep. I've been looking at a really weird community of people on YouTube that like to listen to whispering videos so they can fall asleep. So I can show you some of that. It's really weird and really interesting.
Hi, I'm Elena Agapi. I'm a visiting researcher at Microsoft. And for a 5-minute talk, I can talk about how to use education for peacemaking in the Middle East by teaching computer science to Israeli and Palestinian high schoolers.
Hi, my name is Dana Boyd, and I'm at Microsoft Research and at NYU, and I'm starting a new research institute, think tank, which is fun. Today, the other fun thing is I'm launching a book, and I'm happy to actually give a 5-minute preview of things that I've just been finished writing on It's Complicated, The Social Lives of Network Teens. Oh, and one other thing, for those who keep asking me about my child, he will actually be showing up at lunch today, so if you actually want to squeeze cheeks, he will be available. He will happily squawk at you for 5 minutes.
Hi, I'm Carrie Carajalios, University of Illinois. I'm interested in assistive technologies and social computing. I could talk today about algorithms, when they should be transparent, when they shouldn't be, and I would love for you to tell me what you think.
Hi, I'm Meredith Ringel-Morris from Microsoft Research, and I could talk for 5 minutes about how new moms use Facebook.
Hello, Bjorn Hartman from UC Berkeley, where I co-direct the Berkeley Institute of Design and the Invention Lab. I'm going to talk tomorrow morning about how to take a cross-section of Berkeley students and get them from an idea to a working, wirelessly connected hardware product that they can then, throw over the wall to Brady and Amanda and people on that side. That's really going to be my focus. I could also talk tonight about how we're trying to start a hands-on design program for 1,000 students a year. But I don't really know how to do that yet, so it will be speculative.
Hi everyone, my name is Kate Crawford. I'm a professor type. I'm based at Microsoft Research and at MIT. I'm going to be talking in about half an hour about big data ethics and politics, which is something I talk a lot about. So that's probably enough from me on that topic. I could probably tonight talk about jet lag and how to defeat it, except for the fact that it's defeating me, so I probably won't talk tonight.
Hi everybody, my name is Karina Horn. I'm from University of Washington, the Information School. We're a whole bunch of people from there. I'm also Israeli, so I'd love to talk also about our fight against the biometric database law in Israel that we are just currently happening. In the next actually 2 years, a lot of things are going to change because of that. So 5 minutes, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma Spiro. I'm also at the iSchool at University of Washington. I'm a sociologist, so I could talk for 5 minutes about how rumors spread in populations and how you can get a whole town of people convinced that a satanic cult is going to kidnap their children.
I'm Bob Mason, and I'm another iSchooler from the University of Washington. I've got a lot of questions about photography. I could actually speculate a lot about photography and the changing nature of photography.
I'm Rena K. I'm with Microsoft Research, Fuse Labs. If I had to talk for 5 minutes, it'd probably be about bicycling and traveling.
I'm Ben Shapiro from Tufts University in Computer Science and Education, and I thought I might talk about how we are building tools to connect social computing to engineering and engineering education. So I brought some prototypes, and my thinking was my talk would get you excited, and then we could play at the bar after and build cool stuff.
I'm Nathan Matias. I'm a PhD student at the MIT Media Lab Center for Civic Media, and I'll be facilitating during the civic session. And I'd love to talk to you about the Festival of Learning, which is this amazing 2-day event we organize every year in the Media Lab, and share 3 things that you can really easily make. How to do Mongolian throat singing, how to make stained glass with tissue paper, and one bonus one, which you'll have to hear the talk to learn about.
Well upworthy, very nice.
Hi, I'm Ethan Zuckerman. I direct the Center for Civic Media over at MIT. I'll be part of the Civic Media session tomorrow. My favorite Mongolian sumo wrestler is out of this year's tournament with an ankle injury, so I have nothing to talk about. But if I were forced to, I would talk to you about power sharing, electrical power sharing in the developing world, and why embedding mobile phone hardware into appliances is the future.
Hi, I'm Stephen Levy from Wired Magazine, and I could talk about the NSA, where I visited last year.
I'm Katie London, formerly Area Code Games, formerly Zynga, and currently at MSR as a researcher based here in New York, and also here at ITP as an adjunct teaching humanizing data prototyping. I guess for a talk, I could either talk about, I don't know if you guys heard that today, in an attempt to reduce traffic fatalities, de Blasio announced that auto traffic cams will start auto ticketing people. So I guess I could talk about taking humans out of the loop. But I'd rather, if you come see me, if you want to see some weird photos taken by sensor-enabled cameras at my farm.
Hi, I'm Brady Forrest. I help incubate hardware at Highway 1, and tomorrow I'll be talking about incubating hardware.
Hi, I'm Hermes Nom. I used to be at Microsoft. Now I'm a science fiction author. Those two are a little different. I would like to talk about the ultimate social network, digital telepathy via implants in your brain.
Hi, my name's Jen Fong Advent. I'm from Mozilla, and I could talk about this chat I made that blew up in France and parts of North America called Meet Spaces, which uses animated GIFs with real-time chat and is highly addictive.
Hi, I'm Gilad Lotan. I do data science at BetaWorks here in New York City, and if I had 5 minutes with a mic, I could talk about a little obsession of mine, which is numerology, and finding the optimal length of a BuzzFeed article.
Hi, I'm Laird McConnell. I'm with Microsoft Research, and lately I've been rather obsessed. I got an accordion for Christmas, and so I've been playing it every second I can. And so given an opportunity with the mic, I'm going to talk about accordions.
Well, I hope, given the opportunity with the mic, you'll play the accordion, is what I hope. We can change that. They're really easy to find all over town. Right. What's that? Yeah, I'll find you one. Absolutely. Okay. I'm Sonny Bateson. I find accordions, among other things. But I'm delighted to be here, and I'm actually just launching something called the Red Thread, which is, hi Clay, it's so good to see so many faces here, and I'm most interested in the ways in which people connect and the ways in which we connect around those threads that are most interesting to us to explore, and that's what I will be exploring.
Hi, I'm John Matos. I'm the community manager for tech projects and product design projects at Kickstarter. My boss once called me a Sherpa, which is the best title anybody can ever call you. Of course. And I'm going to lead a breakout session tomorrow about like when, if, and how project backers are affecting product development during Kickstarter projects.
Good morning. My name is Tim Huang. I'm the human partner of a law office called Robot, and Huang, based out in San Francisco. We're working on the automation of legal services. In the past, I was working on experiments having to do with using swarms of socializing bots to try to shape social behavior. I guess if I had 5 minutes to give a talk, I'd give a talk about designing a paper and pencil old-school role-playing game based on Andrew Ross Sorkin's Too Big to Fail, and/or how the startup economy shapes urban policy, which is something I've been working on lately.
I'm Benjamin Mako Hill, and I am at the University of Washington in the Department of Communication. And if given the opportunity to talk, I would like to talk about features in technology, hardware, and software which are designed to be so bad that people will pay to have them turned off.
Hi, I'm David Sasaki. I work at Ometeor Network, and if Andres Monroy Hernandez is willing to help me out, we could talk about the 10 funniest memes from Mexican social media.
Hi, my name is Alex Chung. I'm from BetaWorks. I'm currently the founder of Giphy, the world's largest GIF search engine. And woohoo, your friendly search engine. And if I was to speak, I would speak about why GIFs are popular right now versus before from a social, technological, and linguistic point of view.
Hey, I'm John Borwick, also from BetaWorks, and gosh, every year that I'm here, I always think, okay, what have I learned in the last year? So just something very recent. Yesterday, I had to sit down and write a short post essay about how to make a good cup of tea, which is not as simple as people think. And I figured out, I learned that there's actually 5 tastes. I always thought there was 4, but there's this sort of mystery taste that was discovered about 100 years ago. And so that was kind of intriguing. So I could talk about tea for about 5 minutes.
Hi, I'm Tricia Wong. I'm a sociologist, and I have a foot in academia. I'm a fellow at Berkman this year, and also a fellow here at NYU, thanks to Clay. And also my other foot is in consulting companies to be more people-centered. And I'm not giving a talk today because I just finished my dissertation of 7 years, which is about, yes, I know, so excited. But it's about strangers and how what youth are doing online, which is talking to strangers most of the time. So Lars, I would love to hear your talk. But I would like to propose for Lily to give a talk about how she met her son on Facebook. Very interesting story. If you haven't heard it yet, you have to hear it.
Okay. That was a secret. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I wasn't going to give a talk, but this is the 10th year that we've done this, and I only know that because last year we thought it was the 10th year, and then we had a little argument, and we said, no, it's actually the 9th year or whatever. But I guess the thing that I've been thinking about is happiness and how to surround yourself with people that make you the best you. So, I don't know.
So, hi, I'm Nancy Chen. I'm an anthropologist at UC Santa Cruz, and I'll be speaking tomorrow about the regulatory environment in China, particularly with regard to food safety. I primarily do work on food and medicine, and if given 5 minutes, I would talk about genetically modified foods in China.
Hi, I'm Erin Smith. I'm a current student here at ITP and a former intern with the Fuse Labs. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be around this evening to give a talk, but if you want to chat with me about sustainable building construction and mycelium structures, I could do that.
I'm Brian Butler from University of Maryland's iSchool, and I occasionally wander over to the business school. And I'm going to be talking tomorrow about food. And I guess the tag I'd put on in the social computing is lard, lobsters, and Commodore 64s. The talk I could give tomorrow, let's see, the mic, okay, is the differences in thinking, how you have to change how you think about your house when you move from an 1890s house to a 1990s house, and what changes and what doesn't in the way we've built our houses or not built them very well.
And I'm Brian Keegan. I'm a computational social scientist at Northeastern University, a postdoc there, working with David Lazar. And we work on using social media to predict elections and some other fun things around that. I'm interested in the topic of how might we use sort of historical, long data, like data from the 1800s or before, and understand networks and sort of like historical networks and what that might say about how we structure society now or how we might structure society otherwise.
There we go. Did we have anybody who came in while all that was going on that I should now call out? No? Okay. So here's the deal. What? Me? Well, okay. So if I was going to give a talk tonight, I would talk about what it's like to try for 10 years to pull together a whole interesting group of people and what the mechanics and challenges are of trying to run an event like this. So I pulled that one totally out of my ass. So is this on? Yeah, it is on. So here's the deal. Last year we asked you to put down 5 names. I'm still asking for 5 names. But last year a lot of people just said things like, the guy who said he'd talk about, that's really hard for Sarah because Sarah wasn't in the room and doesn't know who the guy who said that was, right? So if you don't know the name, go find it out. Okay? Get up out of your seat or ask somebody at the table, do you know what her name is? So that you actually put names down so that Sarah can actually collate these for us. So I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to do this so that you have time to ask the questions, write the actual names down, and then when you're done, when I call everybody back, I'll just collect them at that point. So you don't have to take them anywhere. Just hold on to them once you've got them.
Each year, Microsoft Research hosts hundreds of influential speakers from around the world, including leading scientists, renowned experts in technology, book authors, and leading academics, and makes videos of these lectures freely available.